Hey everybody, it's Josh again. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we went through the rest of the Earth Temple with Medli, defeated the evil giant fat ghost, Jahala, and finally got half of the Master Sword reawakened. Anyway, in this episode, we're gonna do a couple of quick things before we go try to find the key to the Wind Temple, which will be our next dungeon.
The adventure continues!
So first, I missed out on this, to give the joy pendants to Miss Mary here, the teacher. My dear, that's a joy pendant. To tell you the truth, I love jewelry above all else. Oh yes, that would make me happy. I'd actually like about 20 of them, of course you do. Okay. And for giving her one joy pendant, she gives you a red rupee. 20 rupees. Now there's a joy pendant around her neck. Okay. Give her some more. So when you get 20 of them, 20 is my lucky number for some reason. My lucky number is 8. But anyway, for giving her the 20 required joy pendant, she will give you the Cabana Deed! So yeah, remember that private oasis that had that cool house over there? Well, it turns out this is the deed to that house. Dum-da-dum! You now have your very own cabana, which is quite a really good reward for such a young child. But anyway, so yeah, for giving me jewelry, I decided to give you a house. Anyway, to give her the rest of the joy pendants, which is 20 more, and then she will give you another reward. She will give you... So she'll give you another treasure chart! What, you thought it was the hero's charm? Wrong! You don't get that in this version, instead you get a treasure chart. But yeah, in the GameCube version you will get the hero's charm, whereas in this one you get the hero's charm somewhere else. As for where it is in this version, that's going to be explored later, like after we beat the Wind Temple. Alright, so next, now that we've done the joy pendants, so back to the King of Red Lions. Play the Ballad of the Gales. And actually, I want to warp to Dragon Roost Island real quick, because there is one side quest that I want to take care of over there, and it involves the Golden Feathers. So there's a certain Rito inside Dragon Roost Island that will request for the Golden Feathers. And I believe it's right near where you meet Medli the first time. Oh hey, look who it is. It's Prince Kamali. Link, you know Medli, don't you? No. I've never seen him before in my life. I think something weird happened to her. It stinks too, because I went all the trouble picking this flower to surprise her with, and now she's not around. Aww. He liked Medli. But guess what? Now you'll never see her again, because she's an all-powerful sage of the Earth Temple. But anyway, the Rito that wants the golden flowers is actually this Rito right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out the golden feathers and show them to him. Once again, you're recommended to get 20 of these. Hey, that's what my girlfriend wants, a golden feather. So how many of those do you have? I'd actually like about 20 of those. So from doing this side quest, giving them the 20 golden feathers, you will get one reward now and another reward later. So the reward you get now is an orange rupee. So 100 rupees now. And then you will get another cool reward later on. But it's going to come in by mail, so you won't have to worry about that until later. So now that the Golden Feather side quest is out of the way. Also, it's funny if you talk to Prince Kamali again. Link, my flower, it wilted. Aw. It wilted in just that short amount of time. I was only in there for like, what, 30 seconds and it wilted? Oh, that was way too quick. But anyway, now we are actually going to do what we need to do to get to the Wind Temple. So to do that, first, you're going to sail to Southern Fairy Island, and then sail 1 square east. Alright, so now coming up on this square, we have sailed 1 square east of Southern Fairy Island, which is also 1 square west of the Forest Haven. This is Ice Ring Isle. This island's kind of shaped like an ear. And I was going to tell you there's a treasure inside Ice Ring Isle, but in order to get to it, you need fire arrows. So what we're going to do is we're going to get close to the island so that you see that it will start snowing like this. And then we'll go ahead and get out a fire arrow. Oops, wrong button. And then aim for the giant dragon head. Hit that with a fire arrow, and his icy breath goes away. But just like with Fire Mountain, you only have 5 minutes to get inside and get the treasure. And also, on this island, you're going to be dealing with ice physics. He makes funny noises when he slips in the ice. Okay, so also use a fire arrow on this treasure chest, and then you will get... a treasure chart! It's also nice that they pause the timer while you're getting that. Although it's kind of funny what happens if you like try to go the other direction on this island. Like if you try to do it, there it is. You just like fall. So, yeah, a little bit funny thing with the ice physics there. Anyway, you want to go up near here. So climb up on this ice, and then be careful because there's going to be some slide mechanics here too. You don't want to slide off outside this ring. And in this part you want to be careful because this is a very skinny pathway. And it will be very easy to slide off. Okay. You gotta hop across these islands. And I gotta wait for that one to come back because that one's moving. Okay, it comes back. Hop over. Careful not to fall off. Okay, then we'll go into the giant dragon's mouth. And just like with Fire Mountain, we gotta go down the hole. And so now going in here, slide down here. And of course we got some keys here that will try to hit you. And with the grappling hook to kind of get rid of them. Keys. This game is so annoying sometimes. And then going up here, once you get past this last slide, you'll be able to get the key to getting into the Wind Temple. Just careful you don't slide off. Because any mistakes will cost time. And then once you get the treasure, the timer goes away, and then you get the key to the Wind Temple, which is... the Iron Boots! These boots are so heavy you can hardly walk, but the wind can't blow you around while you wear them. And since it is the Wind Temple, these are going to be very useful. I'm actually going to go ahead and get them out. Because you notice there's a big gust of wind over here. Well, put on the Iron Boots, and you'll be able to get past it. You'll also notice there's another hole down here. I'll fall down here, and you'll notice there's quite a few enemies encased in ice in here. So I'm going to get out my boomerang. And there is actually a good reward for getting rid of all the enemies in the ice. Starting with a moblin. Take your skull necklace, stun you with the boomerang, and then kill you. Okay, so next, we'll work on those 2 shield bow goblins. Take your joy pendant. Okay, take your joy pendant. Take on you. Okay, next let's work on this moblin. Give me your skull necklace. Stun you. And die. And finally, we gotta work on this Dark Nut. Okay, wait for the counterattack. The string on his back. It's kind of cool how we both have our own pro dodge moves. Alright, there goes your helmet. Take your Knight's Crest, and I can stun you. Stun you again. And he's dead. From getting rid of all the enemies in the ice, that will cause a treasure chest to appear. And you get a few extra rupees. But in this treasure chest you get another orange rupee! Alright, so now that's done, we can get out of here. Just wanted to see that again. Also kind of funny how the treasure chest that had the treasure chart in it also becomes encased in ice again. For some dumb reason. You can also try to use a fire arrow to get that yellow rupee, although I've got plenty, so... Yeah. The only reason I've got, like, so many rupees right now is because I've been collecting, like, enemy stuff, like joy pendants and skull necklaces off camera, and then selling them to Beetle. Because that's something cool you can do. You can actually sell the enemy quest items you get. But anyway, now that we have the iron boots, it is time for us to head back to Windfall Island. So we'll warp to Windfall, and then we'll sail 1 square north to get to where the entrance to the Wind Temple is. But before we do that, you notice how there's that treasure chest in that island on the left that appears when you reignite the lighthouse. And also, the mailbox is jumping out at us. I'm guessing that's from the Golden Feather side quest, if I had to guess. Good evening! I have a letter for you! Yep, it's the Golden Feathers girl. Okay... She gives you a piece of heart! And that's heart container number 11. And it's funny how I played that instead of the, like, got a heart container theme right there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out my Deku Leaf, because I'm gonna be able to float over to where... Oh, didn't mean to roll off. We're gonna float over to where that island is. And for me, the best way to do it would be to spit down, like, kind of near this gate. We're gonna change the wind direction by playing the Wind's Requiem. Change it to the southwest. And let's go. Past the tree. And try to make it to that island with the treasure chest. And keep in mind you can only get this chest at night, because that's when it appears. Okay. And inside we will get... another treasure chart! Oh, I thought it was gonna be a treasure chart. Nope, it's another piece of heart. Okay, good. I'm for sure that was gonna be a treasure chart. Oh well, I'll take a piece of heart too. Okay, now that those side quests are out of the way, it is time for us to head to Gale Isle. Or sorry, the island where the Wind Temple is, which is Gale Isle. I kind of spoiled the name of the island. My bad. Alright, so coming up on this square... So this island is 1 square north of Windfall Island. And this is the island that has the entrance to the Wind Temple. This is Gale Isle. Okay, yeah, he's telling you how to get past it. Or past the obstacle that's keeping you from getting into the Wind Temple. But anyway... As you would notice, they call it Gale Isle because there's a huge gale of wind coming from that statue that's blocking the entrance to the Wind Temple. So, we're going to go ahead and get out our iron boots and our skull hammer for this. So, put on your iron boots and fight the currents! Notice these palm trees are blowing like crazy. Okay, so you want to keep walking all the way up to this Octorok looking statue. And when you get to it, pull out your skull hammer and break it. And there's no more Gale on Gale Isle, thus making it Isle. Now by going in here, we're going to learn our final song in the game. And it's also my favorite. And just like the Earth Temple, it's a 6x4 song, so hold the left control stick to the right while doing this. Up, down, right, left, right. The Wind God's aria. And that's the last song in the game, the Wind God's aria. And it's the old sage of this temple. It's a Kokiri. Are you the new hero? I am Fado of the Kokiri tribe, who I believe would be a descendant of Mido from Ocarina of Time. I know I appeared to you as a child, but the eyes can oft deceive. I am a most esteemed sage. I have been praying here so that the power to repel evil would continue to be contained within the blade of the Master Sword. But I was attacked by the evil Ganondorf, and this is what happened to me. He killed him! That evil man. You wish to return the power to your blade, don't you? Sort of. In that case, look for the one who holds the same instrument that I hold, and teach him the song you just played. Once you do, I'm certain the holder of the instrument will feel the blood of the sages awaken within his veins. That Wind Waker you hold was used long ago to conduct us sages when we played our song to call upon the gods. In those days, it was always the king who conducted for us. Please, tell the king that I will still play, even in the next life. So yeah, just like with the Earth Temple, you gotta find the new sage of this temple as well. And once again, if you've been paying attention in this game, you know exactly where to find that instrument. So just like how Medley was near where we got the power bracelets, the new sage is actually very near where we got the iron boots. So where is this new sage? It's at the Forest Haven. So now that we are back at the Forest Haven, when you come back here after learning the Wind God's aria, as you start to go near, you'll notice you'll start seeing musical notes behind that waterfall back there. I'm also gonna get out my boomerang because some Boka Bobbles are still here. One hit KO! But anyway, to get to where the musical notes are coming from, you gotta aim your grappling hook up here from down here and swing into the waterfall. And look who's the new sage. It's Makar! Oh, Link, I haven't seen you in quite some time, have I? Surprised you were able to find me here. You wonder why I'm all the way down here? I'm practicing a new song for next year's ceremony, and I need privacy. It isn't any fun if everyone knows in advance what song I'll play. What? You can hear my song outside?
Yes!
Really? I thought the sound of the waterfall would drown it out. Perhaps I should play a little more softly when I practice from now on. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull out the Wind Waker in front of him. Why is that a conductor's baton? Link, are you a maestro? That's incredible! You going to conduct for me, Link? Okay, here we go. Hold the left control stick to the right and go. Up, up, down, right, left, right. Does it go something like this? Strange. Why does it feel like I already know the song? Link, the sacred song that you've conducted has awakened me. I know myself now. I am a sage of the Wind Temple. Hey, wait a minute. How come you didn't pass out? I guess Medley was just a wimp. It is my fate to return the power to repel evil to your Master Sword, and to ease the regrets of my ancestors. Oh, Link, please, you must take me with you to the Wind Temple. Alright, and now that we have Makar with us, it is time to warp back to Windfall Island and sail back to Gale Isle, so now we can enter the Wind Temple. Although, I want to kind of mention something that I found kind of ironic with Medley and Makar being the new sages. Considering they're sages of opposite elements, considering Medley's people can fly, and yet she's the Earth Sage, whereas Makar's people are tied to the ground, and yet he's the Wind Sage. So yeah, I guess in a little bit they kind of reverse roles as well. It's also kind of funny as you can kind of see Makar holding on to the King of Red Lion's horns right there. Alright, we made it back to Gale Isle, where we can enter the Wind Temple. Okay, same case with Medley. You two must cooperate. So yeah, just like how Medley accompanied us in the Earth Temple, Makar is going to accompany us in the Wind Temple. Unfortunately, Makar's kind of slow, considering he has those stubby little legs. But anyway, it is now time. For the first time, you have to play this song. Just like with the Earth Temple, you gotta play the Wind God's aria 3 times in certain parts of the dungeon. Whereas, of course, this is the first one. So yeah, I think in my opinion I like the Wind God's aria better than the Earth God's lyric. I think that's just my opinion. But anyway, it is now time for us to enter our 6th dungeon, the Wind Temple. Okay, so starting off the Wind Temple, you notice it's not as dark as the Earth Temple, thank goodness. And just like with the Earth Temple, you're going to be playing the command melody a lot to take control of Makar. And also, you're going to be using your Iron Boots and Deku Leaf a lot in this dungeon. So, let's go ahead and start with the command melody here. Okay, so playing as Makar, sadly he is not as cool as Medley. I mean, he can't carry you across like gaps like by gliding, but he can fly on his own just like Medley, kind of with this leaf propeller here. Yeah, Medley and Makar both can fly, just like in Sonic. Everyone can fly except the main character. Okay, and now explaining his superpower, which is, I'm not kidding here, planting trees. Yes, that is the superpower. Whoa! It's super effective! Dang, if this was Pokemon, Makar would have just gotten destroyed right there. Yeah, unfortunately we got an annoying Wizrobe down here. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of different Wizrobes in this dungeon, which I hate. Because just like the Redeads, Wizrobes are very annoying. So we're going to avoid that one. There's also going to be a Stalfos right here, but you're going to want to avoid him. And have Makar land on this switch. And that will deactivate the fans. And I want to go ahead and kill this Wizrobe. I teleport away. Luckily they die also one hit to fire arrows. Or ice arrows, whichever you prefer. Anyway, this treasure chest gives you an orange rupee. Okay, I also want to go ahead and get out my bombs. Just so I can reveal this first teleporter pod. Okay, then we get out the Iron Boots. And the Deku Leaf. Because there's a lot of these things where you gotta use your Iron Boots to leap off of them. Like, you put on your Iron Boots to make them go down, and then take off the Iron Boots to make them launch you. so now that the fans are off, we go across, and just like with Medley, you gotta take Makar with you through these doors, otherwise he will not follow you. And then going in here, we got Armos. Dang it. At least now that you have the fully powered Master Sword in Makar. Okay, thankfully with the Master Sword they die in one hit to it. Now I'll go ahead and use the Deku Leaf to open this. Another thing you gotta watch out for in this dungeon is these blade traps, because those things are new. All they really do is just move side to side. Anyway, now we're gonna play the command melody again to have Makar plant these trees here. Of course I can't just ask him to plant the trees. No. Instead, I have to play a mind-controlled musical spell and make him plant the trees telepathically. And from planting both of those trees, that gate opens. Okay, let's carry Makar through here. And I think there's gonna be another Wizrobe waiting. Am I right? No? Okay, maybe that's later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and play the command melody again. Because there's gonna be more trees for you to plant in here. Okay. Go ahead and plant one here. I believe there are 3 trees you gotta plant in this room. That's the second tree. And then from planting all 3 of the trees, these doors will open. Okay, that will unlock both of these doors. Oh no, Floor Masters! No, dang it, they took Makar. Unfortunately, that will always happen when you plant that last tree. You get 4 Floor Masters and they take Makar away. So anyway, now we're kind of in the main hub of the dungeon. You can see because this is a huge room. And we also got some P-hats in here. I'm gonna get out my boomerang. We don't even need their golden feathers anymore, but I'm gonna get them anyway, just in case. Link, come over here! And the Floor Masters have put him into a cage. Of course, they don't kill him or anything. Because that would have been... I think that would have been the smart thing for them to do. And then you roll on through and go past those Armos Knights. Unfortunately, you won't be able to rescue Makar until you get the main item of this dungeon. So for now, you're just gonna have to go without Makar for a while.
That sucks.
Okay, get those P-hats. And I think there's gonna be a Floor Master down below, so you gotta watch out. Yep, he's right there. Oh, this is just like right on the edge. Come on, just jump down. Or just fall down, that works too. Okay, let's go ahead and defeat this Floor Master! Unfortunately, the scary part of about those Floor Masters is that some of them will just try to grab you immediately. Anyway, just go ahead and do that. And get your iron boots back out. And then jump. And over here is a treasure chest. Although it's not important because it contains a joy pendant. Not that that's important anymore. And more P-hats. There's also another one of those big walls that you gotta play the Wind God's aria in order to pass. And unfortunately, Makar's not here right now, so we're gonna have to do without that. At least for a little bit. It's a magic recovery. That's good. I'm gonna need my Deku Leaf for this. Because first, need to go over to the switch. Gotta open that gate. Oh, great, we got another whiz roll. And you're dead. Fight fire with fire. How do you like that? Anyway, we're gonna use our Deku Leaf because you see there's a treasure chest behind this gate. We're gonna go after that because that will contain an important item that will be useful for getting around the dungeon. Because it is, of course, one of the 3 items you get in any Zelda dungeon, which is the dungeon map! Alright, and I think that's the last dungeon map we get in the game. Most because the Wind Temple is our second to last dungeon in the game. Anyway, now that we got that, we're gonna sail on through here. And it is very required that you have your double magic meter for this. Because you're going to be using your Deku Leaf a lot. So up ahead we got more P-Hats and another freaking Whiz Robe. First let's get rid of you. Let's see if I can hit the Whiz Robe from here. Got him! You got sniped.
Nice shot!
Yeah, take that, Toucan Sam. And then for these kinds of switches, you will need your iron boots. I'm gonna hop on this, and as soon as you do... Gasp! This dungeon just quadrupled in size! Okay, I'll go ahead and take those off, and you want to head down here. And then you actually want to go over on this platform real quick, because there will be a treasure chest, which contains the second of the 3 items you get in any Zelda dungeon. The compass! The last compass we get in the game. Get some arrows. Definitely get some magic recovery, because I need that. Okay, get out the boomerang again. There's gonna be some P-Hats. They're kind of annoying. You. Then we'll head through this door first. Now, about this room, you notice there's 5 of these different, well, there's 5 of these different things that you need to use your iron boots to go down. But the thing is, depending on which one you go down through, that's which enemies you'll have to face in the room below. So I think this one is red Chew Jellies. This one's nothing. This one's Floor Masters. This one's Armos. And this one is green Chew Jellies. I guess first we'll go ahead and fight the red Choo Choos by going down to this one. Mostly because the red Choo Choos are easy kill. And now that those guys are out of the way, you also notice there's some spike traps down here. So what you want to do is move those 2 blocks kind of close to each other. This one you want to move like 1 square next to this 1 mark over here. And then for this one with the spring on it, you want to move this one with the spring like right on that symbol on the floor. Move it there, and then you want to climb up on this block and then climb up on the spring. Use your iron boots. Boing! Go up here, and there's a treasure chest. And what's inside? A small key! 1 of 3 in this dungeon. And the spike traps will deactivate. Now, you notice, there's a place for a treasure chest just like this one on the other side. How do you make that treasure chest appear? Well, you gotta go down all 5 of those in order to make it appear. So I guess next we'll head down this one. This one's Armos. These statues just come alive. That's really all it does. It's 1. Ow. Second one. And that's the 3rd one. So next we'll go down here with the green Choo Choos. we go. I guess next we'll go ahead and take on the one with the floor masters. There's that one down. And that's that one down. And this time we're gonna go through the last one, which has nothing. So yeah, as soon as you break through all 5 of those, the treasure chest will appear. Although if you didn't save the one that has nothing for last, like I did, then you had to defeat all the enemies first. And then the treasure chest will appear. Right? And in this treasure chest, you will get... a treasure chart! 1 of 2 for this dungeon. Yeah, funny how you get a treasure chart right even before defeating the mid-boss of this dungeon. And speaking of which, now that we have that first small key, we can go to the door on the other side, which is locked by a small lock. And we're actually going to go fight the dungeon mid-boss now. And I want to say something right now. This is actually my least favorite mid-boss in this game. Get some things out. Yeah, check it out. It's a boss wizrobe. And then to start off its battle, it will summon a dart nut and a regular wizrobe to fight alongside it. Yeah, I guess I just rid of the regular wizrobe. What I kind of recommend doing is just keep going around, just focus on the wizrobes first. That way the dark nut will just keep following you. And I think this guy will die in 3 hits to a fire arrow. Oh, where is he? Oh. Okay, it's 2 hits. Come on, you boss wizrobe, show yourself. Okay, there he is. Nope. And die! Eat it! Unfortunately, now I still have the dark nut to deal with. Oh, and there goes your armor. And that's him down. And now that that annoying mid-boss is out of the way, we can get the main item of this dungeon. Although that fight, somehow that fight got a little less annoying than I thought it would be, because most of the time the boss wizrobe likes to summon enemies. Like, they like to summon Morphs, Kargaroths, and other Choo-Choos and something like that. But anyway, it's time to get the main item of this dungeon, which is... the hook shot! It extends, it retracts, it latches onto things. What a cool invention! Yeah, that sounds like something Billy Mays would say. That is, if he was still alive. Anyway, you can use your new hookshot to go up here, latch onto that wooden target. Then you want to get out your skull hammer and hit this peg. And now you can get out of this room. Alright, now that the mid-boss is defeated and we got him the hookshot, now we can actually go back up and try to free Makar. You want to use your hookshot on these wooden targets to make your way up. Yeah, anytime you see some of those targets like that, that means you can latch onto them with the hookshot. You can also latch onto other wooden objects like crates, barrels, trees, etc. Oh, hello. You can also use the hookshot to bring in enemies close to you and try to hit them that way. Because whenever you use the hookshot on them, usually they'll be stunned. So go ahead and use your decoy to fly across here. And if you didn't land on that platform before because you just fell all the way down here, now you can go ahead and get the compass. For some people, you can actually get the compass third rather than the compass second. Although for most of you, the compass will probably be third, which kind of makes it a little bit more of a unique dungeon, considering you get the compass, like, before the main item of the dungeon. Actually, you get the compass after the main item of the dungeon, actually, in this one. Or, unless you fell down that platform like I did first. Anyway, let's go ahead and use our iron boots on this spring. Face the platform and boing! Okay. Die, big hat. Okay, and the last target you want to use is on over here. Now, to get Makar out of this cage, you'll notice the stone statue is guarding it. Well, you want to put on your iron boots and then use the hook shot. That way, the stone head gets pulled toward you instead of you getting pulled towards it. Ooh, a treasure chest is in here. Makar, screw you. I want the treasure. On second thought, I want Makar. I'm sorry, Makar. You are worth more than Joy Pendant. But anyway, now that we've made it halfway through this dungeon already and freed Makar, I think this is a good place to end this off here. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD, we are going to continue making our way through the Wind Temple and hopefully finally fully awaken the Master Sword. See you guys on the other side.